Now, from Nebraska's trusted news source, this is Channel 8 News at 5.
Coming up tonight, updates on multiple area fires that we've been covering.
Also, the latest on Russia's invasion of Ukraine and the 500,000 people trying to flee the country. But first,
here it's been pretty rough. We've had openings for 7 or 8 months.
The shortages continue in our local police and sheriff's departments, but help could be on the way. Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. At the legislature, a proposed bill would provide incentives to attract and retain law enforcement amid severe shortages.
the Seward County Sheriff's Office would like to see it passed to help their current situation. Channel 8's Alexa Skineski joins us live here in the studio with the details. Alexa.
Yeah, that's right, Rod and Megan. It's a trend that the Seward County Sheriff's Office hopes takes a turn. More people leaving law enforcement or deciding to change career paths amid the pandemic.
It's been hard, working shorthanded. I'm lucky with my staff where, even my upper staff, my captains and sergeants, they worked extra to make sure we had enough people on the road.
Like many law enforcement agencies across Nebraska, the Seward County Sheriff's Office is feeling the effects of staff shortages.
There's a lot of people that I know throughout the country that I've worked with in one way or another that a lot of them are just retiring early.
Just within the last few weeks, the Sheriff's Office finally filled 2 openings that have sat vacant for months.
We don't have openings that often, but when we do, over the last year and a half, 2 years, they just stay there for a while with no applicants. And I know it's the same way across the country, especially when you have agencies like LPD in Lancaster County and Douglas County, not getting enough applicants, enough qualified applicants, and it makes it hard.
Throughout the pandemic, changes have been made in order to deal with shortages. The county voted last year to approve overtime for deputies. Before, it was just comp time. And as of a few weeks ago, county commissioners approved across the board starting pay raises for the sheriff's office and those who work in the jail to compete with agencies around them. Sheriff Vance says it's already helped a lot.
I think the day after, 2 days after they approved the raise for our jail, we had 13 applicants.
But Seward, along with almost every agency in the state, is still short. But a legislative bill is looking to address this issue. LB 1270, introduced by Senator Robert Clemens of Elmwood, would provide incentives to attract and retain law enforcement, like a hiring bonus and rewards for those who stay on the force.
I've been disturbed by the slogan of defund the police, and I call this fund the police. And so I'm hoping to do that and to honor the service of the police and sheriff's deputies, and hope that we can continue to hire more of them and keep them so that public safety is not eroded.
Sheriff Vance says he believes this bill would be beneficial and tremendously help the situation.
When I got into law enforcement, pay wasn't even a concern. It was just what I knew I wanted to do, but things are different now.
Now, Senator Clemens is looking to amend this bill with Senator Lathrop's bill, which would make it easier for out-of-state officers to come to Nebraska and join a force more quickly. Rod, Megan.
All right, thank you, Alexa. And last time we checked, the bill is still in committee. If it passes there, it will be debated on the full floor. Another legislative bill being talked about right now deals with Nebraska school-age kids and their mental health.
The bill hopes to establish mental health training for all teachers and staff. Supporters of the bill hope the training would get mental health issues recognized earlier in children and then get those kids help. Teachers would also be trained in how to de-escalate a situation if a student is in crisis. This is the 3rd time the bill has been heard by the Education Committee.
There really wasn't that much pushback, actually, against my bill. It was just that it's a part of a broader committee package, and so there were politics with that bill. So there's been broad support for this. It's just finding a way to get it across the finish line and enact into law has been our challenge over the last 3 years.
Something unique about this bill is that the money to pay for the training would come from state lottery funds. Healthcare workers have been our heroes the past couple of years.
But now many hospitals are saying their workers aren't being treated very well by patients.
2 years ago, healthcare they were heroes. They listened to what we said. And fast forward now, and our staff are not only burnt out like both Brett and Kevin described, but they are now not being treated very nice all the time.
And now is a great time to show your support as Healthcare Workers Appreciation Week actually begins today. Connolly says the best way to show your support is by simply thanking healthcare workers on social media. All right, now to an update on that fire southwest of Lincoln that we first told you about during our morning show.
Officials say the Shadow Brook Farm Country Market is a total loss. Officials say the fire caused around $200,000 in damage. Several crews battled the blaze around 4:30 this morning. It was near South Coddington and Southwest 27th Street. The Lancaster County Sheriff's Office says one man suffered burns to his hands but is expected to be okay. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
Also, we have more details on a fire we told you about on Friday. It happened near South 20th and Sumner. Investigators told us on Friday that the clothes placed next to a space heater started the fire. We now know that it caused $150,000 in damage and one person did suffer minor injuries. A South Lincoln family is thankful their pets are safe after coming home to find their house on fire.
The homeowners were actually away from the house at the time of the fire, and when they arrived home, they were actually the ones that called it in. Crews arrived on scene to find exactly what they had been reported, that smoke and fire was coming from the front window of the house.
It happened yesterday afternoon on South 17th Street, just north of Highway 2. There were 2 cats inside at the time, but firefighters were able to get them out safely. Still no word on what may have sparked this blaze, and so far no estimate on damages. We're finishing up our celebration of Black History Month featuring Black-owned businesses.
That's right. Danelle Jacques arrived in the USA from Haiti 20 years ago to go to UNL. And while here, he started a band and set up a recording studio. The band eventually broke up, but the studio still exists, and he's helping local artists shine.
We work with a lot of small artists, like a lot of local artists, where we see them develop. And I like the fact that I'm part of that, trying to help them, you know, go to the next step.
Danelle has the latest recording technology and not only does recording, but also live production with artists. We're going to have much more on this story coming up tonight at 6 o'clock. The weather is definitely starting to feel like spring again, and you know what that means.
The Huskers kick off spring practice this week. The Big Red addressing the media this morning.
It's great to be back on the field with the players. It's been really energizing and invigorating having some of the new faces that we have around, the coaching staff and on the team. This will be a lot of hard work and a lot of good things happening, but there's a lot of work left to do. A lot of pieces don't make a good team. You got to bring those pieces together and make a good team, and we have a long way to go in that regard. But it's been a lot of fun being around the guys again, and they were really anxious to get started. So it was a good start to spring.
The Huskers' annual spring game is April 9th.
Yeah, I wanted to take my computer outside to work. I don't have a laptop. So, John, did we hit right around 70?
We came close to that this afternoon. We made it up to 69 degrees officially in the capital city, and what a run it was. We started the morning at 18 degrees. I'll show you how big of a range we had across the area this afternoon. Live look right now shows you we've got clear skies outside as we look off to the north and west from here at the station. Here's the temperature difference from morning to afternoon. The temperature rose 51 degrees in the capital city, 50 degrees in Beatrice, 46 degrees was the spread in Grand Island, and we had a 51 degree spread in Columbus. Temperatures right now sitting at 68 degrees in Lincoln, 66 Beatrice, 66 in Hastings. Right now it appears everybody came in just below 70, unless you head up to Omaha where they hit officially 70 degrees briefly this afternoon. Skies remain clear. They will remain clear as we go through the overnight hours. We'll look back to the west because we've had a very dry stretch of weather, and we do see some signs out over the Pacific Ocean. That swirl that's going on out to the left of the screen could bring us a chance for some rain later on this week. For the rest of this evening, though, a nice evening, especially by late February standards. 62 degrees at 6, 48 by 8, and 43 degrees by 10 o'clock. A mild night and even warmer tomorrow. Just how warm we get in my Storm Alert Team forecast.
All right, John, talk to you in just a little bit. World news now. More economic sanctions against Russia tonight.
Meanwhile, Ukrainian and Russian delegates are considering a second round of talks after meeting for 6 hours behind closed doors, trying to resolve the crisis. ABC's Faith Abube has more.
Tonight, as Russia's war in Ukraine intensifies, Finland joining a growing number of countries sending military aid to Ukraine, including thousands of assault rifles and anti-tank weapons. Ukrainian forces and civilians are in a fierce battle to defend their homeland from Russian troops seeking to take control of their capital city. These satellite images showing a miles-long Russian military convoy headed towards Kyiv.
I was helping my husband to pack for a war, and then I thought, okay, he's going to war. I'm going to.
The fighting skills of the Ukrainian people and fuel supply shortages so far slowing down the Russian troops.
The Russian military seems incompetent.
Russia's President Vladimir Putin warning the West he has put his nuclear deterrent forces on high alert, claiming the move is a response to aggressive statements from NATO countries against Russia.
We've seen Mr. Putin's announcement. We believe it's as unnecessary as it is escalatory.
Ukraine's ambassador to the UN saying Putin's actions seem suicidal.
If he wants to kill himself, he doesn't need to use nuclear arsenal. He has to do what the guy in Berlin did in a bunker in May 1945.
In just the past 5 days, a senior U.S. defense official says Russian forces have fired at least 380 missiles into Ukraine. Russia insists its troops are not targeting civilians. But the U.S. State Department says the Kremlin's attacks have damaged and destroyed schools, hospitals, and homes, killing and injuring civilians, including children. After 6 hours meeting behind closed doors near the Ukraine-Belarus border, Ukrainian and Russian delegates say they're considering a second round of negotiations. In the meantime, the AP says Ukraine's President Zelensky has filed a genocide case against Russia at the UN's highest court, asking The Hague to intervene to stop the Russian invasion and order the Kremlin to pay reparations. In Washington, Faith Abube, ABC News.
Also in Ukraine, more than 500,000 people fleeing in the last several days.
It's causing Europe's largest refugee crisis in the shortest amount of time since World War II.
We face what could easily become Europe's worst humanitarian and refugee crisis in decades, with the numbers of refugees and internally displaced multiplying by the minute.
And as fighting intensifies, more and more people are fleeing the country, thousands packed into this tunnel beneath a railway station in western Ukraine. Authorities letting families up to the platform one at a time, where a train awaits to take them to Poland.
There's some shout, people shout, and everyone run to buy some food, and we hear some boom everywhere. And after that, we directly pack our bag and clothes and some documents, and we run.
The U.S. is sending millions of dollars in humanitarian aid, but we're also seeing extraordinary acts of kindness from neighboring countries. Volunteers in Poland meeting a bus of refugees, offering them free rides to safety, including places as far as Amsterdam and Sweden. Still ahead on the news tonight, a growing number of states are now easing off on the mask mandates.
That story and more, and your full forecast after the break.
Step into the new when you drive a Chevy. It's time for a fresh approach and a new perspective. Meet new friends or reconnect with some old ones and find the Chevy that's right for you. Find new experiences, find new roads. Very well qualified buyers can get 0% financing on most Chevy vehicles. Plus, on select models, current competitive owners get an additional $750 bonus cash. New models are arriving weekly. Secure yours today.
Do you struggle to keep your New Year resolution? Let Limitless Male help you build back a better you by replacing the hormones you've lost with age. Our mission is to get every man feeling like himself again. Complimentary consult at limitlessmale.com.
Cracks in brick, cracks in block? Call Thresher Foundation Repair. Leaning or bowing basement walls? Call Thresher Foundation Repair. Sticking windows or doors? Call Thresher Foundation Repair. Settling or sinking foundation? That's right. Call Thresher Foundation Repair. It's a fact. Foundation problems don't get better with time, but they do get better when you call Thresher Foundation Repair. Call Thresher Foundation Repair today.
Charles W. Herbster, a man of courage, unafraid to take on the establishment and stand up for what we believe. A patriot, a proud Nebraskan, not a politician. Charles W. Herbster is the only candidate endorsed by President Trump. President Trump knows Charles will fight for our values, stand strong, and protect our America and our beloved Nebraska. Charles W. Herbster, Governor.
No energy, weight gain, problems sleeping, depressed, mood swings, or just don't feel right? A hormone imbalance may be to blame. Call the experts in bioidentical hormone therapy, Trillion Health and Hormone. Insurance accepted.
At Anderson Ford, we know most people don't like dealing with pushy salespeople, so we've made a change. As part of our Experience Better process, we're giving you a guide, one person dedicated to helping you from start to finish. Right now at Anderson Ford, lease a 2021 Ford F-150 for only $399 per month, or lease a 2021 Ford Edge for only $379 per month. Experience better at Anderson Ford.
This news segment is brought to you by Penner Bathing.
Whirlpool baths are known to increase circulation, soothe sore muscles, and improve mobility. The Dream Spa fits into your existing bath area and comes standard with a waterfall spigot, heated seat and back, handheld shower wand, and a wide swing outdoor. Don't overpay for celebrity-endorsed spas. Join thousands of satisfied customers by calling Penner Bathing for upfront pricing. And Penner Bathing Spas are made locally in Aurora, Nebraska. Call now to get your own Dream Spa.
And now to the latest in the fight against COVID. More states are lifting mask mandates for schools.
It comes after the CDC announced new guidelines for masking. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the latest.
A growing number of states are now easing off of the mask mandates. It comes after the CDC updated its guidance, saying more than 70% of the population is living in communities with low to moderate risk, and they can ditch their mask indoors, including inside schools. The CDC chart showing the latest metrics for COVID-19 community levels. It now focuses on COVID hospitalizations and adequate hospital space. New York Governor Kathy Hochul announcing the statewide masking requirement for schools will end Wednesday.
Given the decline in our rates, our hospitalization, strong vaccination rates, and the CDC guidance, my friends, the day has come.
California, Oregon, and Washington following close behind, moving from mask requirements to mask recommendations in schools. Delaware doing away with its mask rules 4 weeks earlier than originally planned. And despite the shift in policies, the mask debate still continues, with some parents calling it premature.
My kids are higher risk because of some medical conditions, so we've been extra cautious.
In Illinois, demonstrators pushing back, highlighting the ongoing health risk as Chicago lifts its mask mandate. But public health experts emphasize the U.S. is moving in the right direction.
This is the way we need to go. I think this is taking us forward with a new direction going into the pandemic, but we're still focusing on safety. We're still focusing on preventing death and illness.
And tomorrow night, President Joe Biden will give his State of the Union address before a mostly maskless crowd in the House chamber. A White House official confirming to ABC News that masks will no longer be required for fully vaccinated individuals on the White House campus beginning Tuesday. Morgan Norwood, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Tonight, a warning from local fire officials.
That's right. They've been battling quite a few grass fires lately. This one was along Sun Valley Boulevard and Haymarket Park this afternoon. It is so dry right now, as many of you know, and it doesn't take much to start a grass fire. Officials are stressing, be extra careful with any outdoor burning and do not throw cigarette butts out of your window. And John joins us now with more on this. John, these dry conditions, they don't look to be improving anytime soon?
Not necessarily, no, because we need more than just one rain really to help make up for this. It's amazing to see how little rainfall we actually picked up during the month of February. Only 0.03 of an inch officially in the capital city. That is the it ranks as the third driest, which I'll show you in just a moment. But also wanted to show you this next 7 days, computer models are suggesting some precipitation coming our way, but that's not till the end of the work week. And for months now, the computer models have been suggesting oftentimes some rain on day 7 or day 8, and it never materializes. So keep your fingers crossed, but right now we'll just have to wait and see if that actually does develop. You can see how this ranks overall for February precipitation. The driest coming in 1897 when no precipitation fell. 1917 had 0.02 of an inch. So this is the driest it has been in 105 years during the month of February. Back in 1996 and 1890, only 0.06 of an inch of rain fell. And with that, we've got drought conditions continuing. Now this is last week's drought monitor. The data from last Monday and its updates on Thursday. So the data from from today will be put into the maps for Thursday when the new drought monitor comes out. But you can see a severe drought continues down to the south, and I suspect we'll see more of this moderate drought area expanding. Already 92% of the state covered by it, and I expect severe drought will expand as well, just because there's not been a whole lot of rain. Well, once we do start getting rain and thunderstorms, we're going to need your help as storm spotters. The National Weather Service tonight will be hosting a free National Weather Service spotter class. Now, in the last couple of years, they've all been done virtually, but this one you can actually attend. It's at Seward County Civic Center. It will be held in the basement. They're at 616 Bradford Street, beginning at 7 o'clock. They usually last about 2 to 2.5 hours. If you've got interest in thunderstorms or tornadoes and want to learn more about them, you can go to that. The National Weather Service will be sending one of the meteorologists there to be teaching that class. In the meantime, we've had sunny skies around the area. That's a live view right now from Honda of Lincoln. And temperatures are warmer than 24 hours ago. Yesterday was a pretty nice day. Today was even better, with temperatures approaching 90 or make that 70 degrees. We hit 69 officially in Lincoln. It's now 68, 65 in Beatrice. It's 66 in York and 68 degrees coming in from Grand Island as well as in Columbus. Satellite imagery is quiet, not much to speak of outside right now, and I don't think we're going to see much in the way of cloud cover tonight. Maybe a few high thin clouds drifting overhead, and that's about it. Rest of this evening is looking pretty nice. Upper 50s, lower 60s by 6 o'clock, and we'll keep dropping from there. Temperatures overnight not dropping terribly much by late February, early March standards. 34 degrees for a low temperature in Lincoln, 34 in Seward, and 33 degrees for low in Beatrice. Now, for tomorrow, expect to see once again lots of sunshine. The one difference about tomorrow, though, temperatures will be even warmer than today. By noon tomorrow, we'll be seeing temperatures in the middle to upper 60s. We keep going up from there. We should break the 70-degree mark pretty easily tomorrow. I think eventually we top out right around 73 degrees in Lincoln, 73 in Seward, and 72 degrees in York. Winds will be a little breezy at times tomorrow, gusting to 25 miles per hour. So once again, we've got to stress, be careful. No burning outside right now because it's so dry. The ground just doesn't have any moisture in it. The humidity will be low, and we're going to have some gusty winds. So anything that gets going will quickly become out of control. But the weather system we are watching for end of the week starts to come in over the west coast midweek, and that will spread some rain showers our way Friday night into Saturday. And this may even end with a little snow on Sunday. 73 degrees for a high temperature tomorrow, 74 on Wednesday. We start cooling things down a little Thursday, and then 68 degrees for Friday. Saturday will bring a chance for some showers, although we may get a dry slot in the middle of the day that will allow the sun to pop out and let's briefly warm up to 62 degrees. Then we start cooling, 37 degrees on Sunday with, yes, a chance for some snow. And then next week, we're talking about another chance for some showers, perhaps coming in by Tuesday, Wednesday, and maybe Thursday, a chance for some rain then as well. But again, we need the rain, so just be really careful outdoors. Keep the hot stuff away. Grills are probably okay, but beyond that, I would probably hold off right now.
Yeah, I feel like this afternoon, every other minute or two, we were getting an alert about some sort of vegetation fire or something going on. So we are just hoping that folks can be careful. Think of the dangers that exist, and hopefully our fire crews won't be too busy.
And I know there's a large brush fire also going on out in Adams County where they've got multiple crews responding to that. So just once it gets going, it's hard to put out because of the wind and the dry conditions.
Yes. All right. Thank you very much, John. A split day on Wall Street today. The Dow gaining the Dow falling 166 points, but the NASDAQ gaining about 57. Here are your numbers. You're watching Channel 8, Nebraska's trusted news source.
This week, the world responds.
So much for joining us today.
Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy the beautiful temperatures, and we'll see you back here at 6 o'clock.
With the Channel 8 Eyewitness News mobile app, you'll be the first to know. Get alerts about breaking news and weather, all in the palm of your hand.
At Comfort Made Mattress Factory, we build each mattress specifically for you, right here in our locally owned store. We can even make his side different than hers, backed by our lifetime comfort guarantee.
Closed captioning on